Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen Batty. Welcome to A Closer Look. It is Thursday, March 9th. I can't believe it's March already. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, if you are here tonight or you're watching this recording, it's because you wanted to learn more about the Pampered Chef. If you don't already have one, I would grab a pen and paper, because tonight we'll answer a lot of questions, but it also might stimulate some questions. If you're here live, you can ask your questions live. If you're watching the recording, you can take the questions that you have and contact the person who invited you here to get any clarification that you need, okay? If you don't have any noise in the background, you can feel free to unmute, because this is kind of a laid back, kind of thing. It's not real formal. And I definitely want your feedback as we go along, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do this little screen share, and I'm not real techie, so I'm always excited when it works. Yay, it worked, woohoo! All right. So we're here to talk about Pampered Chef, right? And now there are a lot of ways to make money in the world, but these are the main reasons why people consider this business. Number one, of course, is income. Raise your hand if you're interested in making a little extra money or a lot of extra money.
I'm raising my hand even though you can't see me.
Okay, the virtual hand. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. The average consultant, brand new consultant, makes $125 to $150 per party. And then if you decide to do it, you're your own CEO. Okay, so you get to decide how many parties you do in a month. And that can change from one week to another, depending on what your life is like. Which brings us to the number two reason why people choose this. It's because you get to control when you work. You get to be your own boss. Anybody ever want to be their own boss? You don't want to have to request your kid's birthday or your own birthday off. You'd like to decide if you work weekends, if any. Yeah. And how many of you wouldn't mind doing something fun for a living? There are a lot of ways to make money. I don't know too many that allow us as much fun on the job as we get to have. So yeah, you get all of that. Okay. And it's easy to be successful. If you decide to do this, we don't pat you on the back and say, hey, good luck. Hope those shows work out for you. It comes with, you're like getting a franchise in a way, a little Pampered Chef franchise, and you are backed by this amazing company. There's training like this online, within Teams, and then there's also training online at the Pampered Chef website. And do you see that picture in the bottom right-hand corner down here? That is our home office in Chicago. That's who you're backed by if you decide to become a Pampered Chef consultant.
Oh.
At the home office, they have a team that develops recipes. They have a team that develops products. We have a warehouse that is the size of 10 football fields that houses all of our products. So we don't have to carry an inventory, okay? And there's customer service development there, everything you can imagine. And so when you become a Pampered Chef consultant, that's who you're backed by. If you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this, well, guess what? You're not in it alone. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You get all the training and support that you need. And the training and support is almost as flexible as the business itself. Now I want to talk a little bit more about that home office and the fact that they house all of our inventory. Like I said, it means we don't need an inventory, which is great. When you get a starter kit, that pretty much has everything you need in it to have a successful business. We don't then have to turn around and buy thousands of dollars worth of Pampered Chef products and store it in our basement or our garage and hope that we sell it. We do our cooking shows, both live and virtual, catalog parties and online sales, and people purchase what they want. We send their orders into the home office. They're in Chicago. And Chicago then ships to, where do you suppose they ship? You think they ship to the consultants? Not unless we're ordering stuff. They ship it directly to the customer and the host. So we don't have to sort and deliver, which is another bonus. And so since we don't have to carry an inventory and they ship direct, it means it gives us enormous flexibility as to where we do our parties and how we do our parties. If you have a friend out in California that wants to have a virtual party or do a catalog party to help you get started, that person can do that. And you don't have to worry about getting the products out to them. It means you can run a very successful business doing virtual parties on Facebook where people are invited from all over the country to attend and participate. That's a great thing. And speaking about not being in business for yourself, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There's a wonderful part of the Pampered Chef website called Peace University. And it takes you through, step by step, everything you need to do to have a successful business. Each little step is maybe 10 to 20 minutes, and you go through it at whatever pace you want. Okay, it's like an online training course, and it's free when you are a consultant. It just walks you through every step of the way. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. All right, so I know a few of you raised your hands when I asked who was looking for some additional income. So this is our commission chart. So if you look at the bottom of the chart, when you sell between $1 and $749 in sales in a month, you make a 20% commission on your sales that month. But the national show average is $641. So if you do an average of just 2 parties a month, you're probably going to be in the that second bracket of, close to $1,250 or $1,249. And that would give you a 22% commission. If you're doing about 3 shows in a month, you'll probably be in that middle bracket, $1,250 to $2,499, making 23%, and so on. For 1,000 in sales, you make a 25% commission. Okay, so with a $641 show average, making 20 to 25%, that's where you get the $125 to $150 on average per party. However, if you are from the New England area, we tend to have, I don't know if incomes are a little more affluent around here than the nation as a whole. Many of us have higher show averages than that. So it can go up for there for sure. Many people are have $700 and $800 show averages. It's not uncommon at all. My first month in business, I averaged about $100 of income per party. That was 21 years ago, before there was online ordering. By the time I had been in business just 6 months, I was averaging over $200 of income per party. The only time in my life that I gave myself a 100% raise in 6 months. And it's just a 3-hour shift to go out and do a party. And if you're doing virtual parties, it's 15, 20 minutes a day, broken up to hop on Facebook to do your posts and responses. So it's very flexible. Then when you're a new consultant, in addition to commission, you earn these amazing things called PC dollars. The Pampered Chef dollars are to Pampered Chef consultants like what Disney dollars are to Disney. And we earn these in addition to our commission. So you can see on here, you get 100 Pampered Chef dollars for every $12.50 in sales that you submit for your first 90 days. Now remember, the national show average is 641. So on average, every 2 parties that you submit, in addition to getting your pay, you're going to earn about $100 in free product of your choice. And for every new consultant who joins your team in those 90 days, you get 100 PC dollars as well. Plus, for your first 90 days in business, you get a free Pampered Chef website, a personal website, so that your customers can go onto your personal website and order. After that, it's only about $11 a month, and it's really the only thing you have in the business. Pretty sweet, huh? And then the income can go up from there. If you want, you can be like me and a few of others on this Zoom training tonight, which is we are directors or above. We are part of the management structure with Pampered Chef. If you'd like, you can be a trainer too. If you'd like to make a full-time income from your part-time business, then you want to set your sights on being a trainer. And unlike corporate America, where you have to wait for someone to die or retire, you don't have to wish any ill on me or anybody else, because anytime you want, you just say to us, that's what I want for my business, or that's what I need for my business. And we'll work with you to help you. And when you're in the management structure, usually when people first start, the brand new directors, they're making an extra $300 to $500 a month, but that can go up to thousands and thousands of dollars each month, which is pretty sweet. So I want to pause there and see if there are any questions or comments so far. If you're muted, you can click to unmute.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Kate, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I have a question about the monthly commissions and what basis are they done the 1st to the 31st, the 1st to the end of the month?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, so we do get paid twice a month. However, that our pay can be adjusted based on what we sell in that month's time. So it's the 1st through the 31st. However much you sell in that time frame, you get paid at the highest commission rate for all of your sales that month.
Okay, so the first, like on the, say the 15th, you'll get paid for the 1st to the 15th based on what you sold in those days, and then it'll be kind of in arrears for the second part. They'll pay the difference between. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions so far? Okay. All right. There is a wonderful thing called Fast Track. And Fast Track is something that wasn't around when I first started, but it's available to all of you. You can earn up to a $2,000 cash bonus as a newer consultant when you become a director in your first 90 days, and that's just 5 people on your team, just a handful of people. Most people's first couple of team members are usually people they know, a family or friend, you know, someone they know that once they get into it, they're like, oh my gosh, that sounds great. I think it'd be great for me too. And they join your team. And then just in the course of doing parties in your business, you're going to stumble into people who want information and will end up joining your team, just as many of you attended parties and decided to get more information as well. So if you end up sponsoring these 5 people in your first 90 days and you become a director, not only are you going to earn the wonderful overrides, but you will get a $500 cash bonus. And then there are other levels of Fast Track as well that you can earn in your first 6 months of business that will help you get up to a $2,000 cash bonus. It's pretty cool, and we have had people on our team achieve that. It's pretty sweet. Okay. So that's kind of the business in general, and it's never a bad time to give the business a try. And when I say try, I mean it. If you decide to put your toe in the water and give this business a try, you are not signing your life away. Okay, I just joined the YMCA, and let me tell you, that was a bigger commitment than joining the Pampered Chef. All you're deciding is, do I want to order a kit and try out a few shows with my family and friends to see if this is a good fit for me? If you try it and it turns out that it's not a good fit, you haven't failed. You've just successfully discovered perhaps that this isn't your thing. The worst that can happen is you'll end up with some cash in your pocket and a kitchen packed full of Pampered Chef products. But right now is a particularly great time to give the business a try. On March 1st, our brand new spring catalog hit the market. So if you have family and friends that have been to Pampered Chef parties before, here you are, you're starting your business with a brand new catalog, with many products in there that your family and friends have not yet seen. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Plus, some of you have heard that this month, Pampered Chef is offering a 50% rebate off their kits. Now, they only usually do this once a year, so this is a pretty sweet deal. So what that means is you would order your kit, and if you sell $12.50 in your first 30 days, remember the national show average is $6.41, so most people make that into maybe 3 shows. Okay, so this is not, you know, a high bar. Most people who give the business a try do hit that mark. When you sell $12.50 in your first 30 days, Pampered Chef is going to cut you a check for half of whatever you paid for your kit. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. And you get that in addition to those PC dollars that you also earn for selling $12.50 in the first 30 days. So that's another great reason to start your business in the month of March. Oh, I already said this. I guess I put these slides in the wrong order. New products are here. I talked about new products. Okay. And the other thing is we call, in the Pampered Chef world, we call March and April the other fall. And we call it that because, you know, a lot of times people think, you know, as Pampered Chef consultants, we're very busy in the fall selling season. And we are. It's a great time to be a Pampered Chef consultant. But actually, we call March and April the other fall. Okay? Because Just like in October, November, people are looking forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and a lot of gifts and meals. What are people looking forward to around the corner from now in March and April? We've got Mother's Day coming up, which is kind of big in the Pampered Chef world. Father's Day, and we've got some great grilling tools. We've got weddings, graduations, housewarmings, and grilling season, of course. So we got a lot of things that people are sort of gearing up for and have a lot of need and want of our products right now. Have any of you seen the new catalog?
I have. I was just at a show maybe a couple weeks ago, and I was most excited about the Rock Crock things. I think those are awesome.
Yes, the Rock Crock, and now we have that slow cooker stand, which I've used. I used it again tonight. It's probably the 4th time in 2 weeks that I've used it. I mean, I'm just using it all the time. Love it. Yeah, and the Rock Crocks are amazing. And what I love about our new product line is there's something for everyone in there. We've got great grilling tools for the people who are all about grilling. We've got additions to the Rock Crock so that everybody who already owns the Rock Crock is going to want one. We've got all kinds of cooking with kids products. We've extended that line, and that's very popular with people who have children that they want to get cooking. So, I mean, there is literally something for everyone in the product line. So is anybody curious? You're thinking, okay, if I decide to give this a try, what would I do? Anybody wondering? Well, it's very easy. Step 1, choose your kit. We have 3 kits. The basic starter kit that you see on the right here is just $109. It has $450 worth of products in it, and it has recipes that go along with just those products. I always tell people, if you can go to the seat cushion of your couch and find a fistful of pens, between that and what comes in your kit, you have everything you need to give this business a try. Show of hands, how many of you spend more than that in the grocery store in an average week? I know I sure do, yeah. And, but after 4 days, I don't have much food left to show for the money I spent in the grocery store. But you will have the products that you get in your kit forever and ever. So $109 to start a business, not bad. Not bad at all. And remember, you can earn $54.50 of that back this month with the 50% rebate. So where can you start a business for $54.50? It's amazing. Now the deluxe kit, that's the one in the middle. And by the way, Larissa, that middle kit has a Rock Crock in it.
Oh boy.
It's $159. You're getting $650 worth of products. Okay, so even if you try out a few shows and it turns out, it wasn't what you'd hoped, hey, you still get to keep everything. But most people try out a few shows and think, this is a great deal, I'm staying on. Now, if you've got a tax return coming in or it just came in and you're thinking, what's something really good I can do with that tax return money? Well, you can get the ultimate kit. $249. It's $1,000 worth of products. And again, remember, you can earn half of that back. The Pampered Chef is going to give you almost $125 back on that. Plus, if you are listening to this call right now, then you are probably somehow connected to the Batty Downline team. That's my last name. So someone, either I or someone in my organization invited you to be here. And that means we are doing a drawing next Monday for everybody who signs up in this 7-day window that ends on Monday the 13th at 9 p.m. That's when we're going to be doing the drawing, and we'll put your name in if you've signed up. And if we pick your name, you could win, or you will win if we pick your name, $54.50 toward whatever kit you ordered. So if you ordered the basic starter kit, that's half of your kit cost. And if you also then earn the rebate, guess what? You're pretty much starting for free. Okay. All right. And then if you're thinking, okay, I have a kit, but how do I get parties lined up? Now, I don't want you to get too caught up in this, but I just want to kind of give you a little flavor of how we help consultants get started. Okay. And if you do decide to get started, we'll be scheduling a call with you to really go through the details of this. But I want you to just kind of get a feel for it. What we do is, almost everybody can come up with a list of at least 20 people that they know fairly well. Some coworkers, some neighbors, some friends, some family members. And you reach out to them personally and you say, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I just became a Pampered Chef consultant. And you let them know that you're looking for some people who wouldn't mind having some friends over and letting you practice on them. And maybe you let them know that you're going to do maybe a death by chocolate party or, you know, margaritas and fajitas, whatever. Now, how many do you suppose, if you talk to your top 20 people that you know in life, how many do you suppose are going to say, yes, I'd love to have a party for you? How many do you think? What's your guess?
Are you looking for the 3 that's on your paper? Or?
Good eye, Kate. A lot of people, they don't read that part. So yeah, statistically, 3 out of the 20. And I just tell you that so that you're not disappointed thinking, oh, I have the lousiest family and friends ever. No, just statistically, every time you talk to, 3 will say yes. Okay? But then that means there are 17 other people that you know pretty well who've said no, and they're feeling a little guilty about it. Well, another party, which will be your probably the first party you hold, is a party that you hold of your own. We call it a launch party or a kickoff party or a celebration show where you're going to celebrate the launch of your business. At that party, you can be both the consultant and the host. So you can be the consultant getting all the free products, plus you can be the host, the consultant earning the commission and the host earning all the free products if you like. Okay? So now you've got yourself, and you've reached out to those 20 people you know fairly well, and 3 of them have said yes, so you've got 4 parties lined up. But to those other 17 who said no, then you say, well, you know, there's another great way you can help me get my business off the ground. How about coming to my launch party or my kickoff party and maybe bring 2 or 3 people that I don't know that well? Well, of the 17, usually about maybe a third or so of them will be available, you know, in the neighborhood and around to come to your launch party. And they'll come and they'll bring some friends. Okay. But then there's another 10 to 12. Now they go to a party. They said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm out of town when you're having your launch party. And then you just say, well, what if I gave you a catalog? Would you want to like take it around with you for a couple of days, see if anybody needs anything? Or maybe you like to try one of our virtual parties right on Facebook. And usually half of them at least will say yes to that. Okay, so now you've got 4 parties lined up, yours and 3 others, probably, and probably another 5 or so virtual parties and catalog parties. Well, guess what? Now all you have to do is come to training, and we will train you on how to do those parties and how to inspire people who are there to want parties of their own. Okay, and off you go. So that's how we kind of get the ball rolling. Like I said, don't worry too much about getting all the details down, because if you decide to do it, we will work with you step by step to work through that process or something like it that works for you. So let's talk about what this could mean if you just decide to give it a try. So I'm going with that middle of the road kit, the $159 kit. So you purchase the kit for $159. You know you're getting right off the bat $650 worth of products, including a rock crock. Okay, so right away it's going to feel like Christmas when it arrives at your party at your house. You're already going to feel like a success. Then you have a party of your own, where you are both the consultant and the host. So at that party that you host, you know, you're looking at probably on average about $140 worth of free product, because we're going to help you have a little bit bigger than average show, one around $700. Plus the commission from those 4 parties, yours and the 3 others. Okay, so that gives you about $500. Plus, remember I said then some people are just going to take the catalog around or maybe do virtual shows. So we're going to count about another $350 worth of income from that. Plus, Pampered Chef is going to give you back 50% of the cost of the kit, because you easily have earned that rebate. And based on the sales from just these parties, you're also looking at about 300 Pampered Chef dollars based on the show average, the national show average. So just for trying this out, that's about $2,000 worth of cash and products for an investment of $79.50, because Pampered Chef would give you back half of that investment. Not too shabby. Most businesses, they say if you're in the black or making money after a year, you're in good shape. They say usually if you break even after a year, you're in good shape. Most of our consultants break even at show number 1, occasionally show number 2. Okay, so you're making money right away. So if you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I should do it, I always say, think about if you have a child and they came to you and said, Mom, I think I want to take violin lessons. I've been listening, I've been watching, it looks so cool. I think I'd really love it, but I'm not sure and I'm afraid if I'm not going to be good at it. Would you say to them, oh, well then don't try it? Nope. No, never try anything new. Nope, you shouldn't do it unless you know you can be successful. You should never try anything new. You should stay in your comfort zone your whole life. That's what you should do. Of course you wouldn't say that. You'd probably say to them, you know what, give it a try. You got nothing to lose. If you give it an honest try and it turns out to, not to be your thing, you don't have to play the violin for the rest of your life. But maybe by playing the violin, maybe all of a sudden they come home and after a little while they say, you know what, I really want the cello. Okay, then go on to the cello. All right. Yeah. All right. So who's got any questions? Actually, I can stop this. Any questions? Any comments?
I think one of the questions that I have is just really, since you have your own personal business, it's really getting started seems pretty logical about the people you know, but how about advertising for yourself and then kind of maybe getting some new people, or is it a word of mouth kind of thing, or do you do certain things around where you live?
Oh, that's a great question, Tracy. That was Tracy, right?
Larissa,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Tracy, I can't see her face either, so I thought that was, sorry. Larissa, that's a really good question. Most of what we do is word of mouth. However, you can advertise, and I've known consultants to put ads in different things, both online as well as in newspapers and things like that. Another thing that we do a lot is we can get into fairs and festivals where we'll have a booth and we will see lots and lots and lots of new faces there, and we promote our products there as well. So yes, yeah, the top 20 list of calling people that's sort of one way to start, because I always say we get 2 bookings from 2 groups of people. We get bookings from people we know, and then we get bookings from people we don't know. And generally, people start with the people they know. But absolutely, there are other ways to get business.
Thank you.
Michelle, you're muted. I'll unmute you.
And what?
Hi there.
Oh, hi. Oh, unmuted me. But also, if you have a full-time job, this is great. You can actually promote your business, I don't know, at a school.
You know me. That's not fair.
You know what? I have 2 people on here who I'm looking at right now that work at schools, and I'm not going to name any names, Cindy. Actually, you could actually promote your business at the school, in the teacher's lounge, by just kind of word of mouth, sitting around eating lunch, by posting something up on the bulletin board in the lunchroom with a teacher seat. So we have been doing this between Karen and I for 38 years together. I mean, not like me, because I'm not even 38, but Karen's been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing it for 18 years. And we wouldn't still be in business if we ran out of people to do business with. So we pretty much know what we're doing, and we're always glad to teach people what we know.
So the other thing I'll throw out is when you do a show, if you set a goal to always book 2 parties from the people who come to your show, pretty soon your calendar is really full.
Right.
And since someone told me that, it's like I've been doing that and it's not that hard. In fact, one party, I actually got 4 bookings from the party and there were 8 people at the party.
Wow.
Half the party booked with me. So that's another way to grow your business, is to take advantage of the business you've got to see if they'll host parties, which will bring you, you know, if those 4 bring me 2 more, that's 8 more parties, and pretty soon your calendar's full up.
Yep.
That's a great point, Lorraine. My sister was one of my first parties. Of course, I know my sister very well. However, I didn't know any of her coworkers, and I only knew half of her neighbors. And even though she was one of my first parties and she invited some family, she also had quite a few people there that I didn't know, and 2 of her coworkers and 1 of her neighbors that I didn't know at all scheduled parties of their own. Now when I went to do those parties, virtually everybody there except for my sister was new to me. So every person that you currently know knows a lot of people you don't, and that will help you expand your business right there. Any other questions? Comments?
So you did mention the, I know you mentioned the home office kit rebate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other rebates?
Yes, I did mention that one as well, but I will repeat it.
Okay.
For those of you who decide to take the plunge and order your kit before next Monday evening at 9 p.m., your name will go in a drawing, because that's when our sales meeting, if you're in the New Hampshire area, we meet next Monday evening. However, you don't have to be there to win. So if you live out of state, if you sign up by then, your name will go in the drawing to receive half off the basic kit, which is $54.50. However, you can put that toward whatever kit you want if you win the drawing. If you're one of those go big or go home people, go ahead and go for the big kit, and you'll still get the basic rebate, but you can put it toward whatever kit you order. Okay. All right.
And